Are you back, baby girl?
The 365 Days franchise, a Polish erotic film based on Blanka Lipińska's novels, took the world by storm when the first movie was released in 2020. It quickly became a hit on Netflix, garnering immense popularity despite receiving severe criticism for its content. The film follows Laura Biel, played by Anna Maria Sieklucka, who becomes romantically involved with Sicilian mob boss Massimo Torricelli, played by Michele Morrone. The original 365 Days film was followed by two sequels, 365 Days This Day in April 2022 and the next 365 Days in August 2022, concluding the trilogy. The immense popularity of the films has left fans wondering if a fourth installment, 365 Days 4, is on the horizon. However, no official news or confirmation has emerged regarding a fourth movie in the series. With the trilogy wrapping up the storyline of the 3 books Lipińska wrote, it's unclear whether there will be a continuation, as there is no more source material left to adapt. Still, the possibility of a new film or spin-off is not out of the question, as the 365 Days franchise has defied expectations by delivering 2 sequels despite the severe critical backlash. Despite harsh criticism, the 365 Days films have amassed a dedicated fanbase. The first movie, 365 Days, shot to number 1 on Netflix and held that spot for 4 consecutive days, according to Forbes. The movie's combination of steamy romance, mafia intrigue, and over-the-top scenarios made it an undeniable crowd puller. This strong response to 365 Days paved the way for its sequels, 365 Days This Day and the next 365 Days, which followed in quick succession. Even though the films have achieved widespread success, they have also received scathing reviews. The first 365 Days movie was widely panned, scoring a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, making it one of the lowest rated films on the platform. The criticism largely stemmed from the film's problematic portrayal of romanticized abduction, non-consensual themes, and toxic relationships. Still, its massive popularity, much like that of other controversial films such as 50 Shades of Grey, suggests that audiences are drawn to its fantasy-driven narrative despite the significant concerns raised about its content. As of now, 365 Days 4 has not been confirmed and fans are left in suspense. With Blanka Lipińska only having written 3 books and each of those novels adapted into the 3 films, this naturally raises the question of whether the filmmakers have any intention of continuing the series or creating a spin-off. Lipińska herself has expressed interest in exploring a new angle for the series. She has suggested that a potential 4th movie could be told from Massimo's perspective rather than Laura's, offering a fresh take on the storyline. If this were to happen, it could serve as a prequel or redux of the original trilogy, but it would need to be produced soon before the actors age out of their roles. While the author's interest in Massimo's point of view could reignite the storyline, Netflix has yet to confirm any developments or plans for this. Without any source material to adapt, a potential 365 Days 4 would need to rely heavily on original screenwriting, which could either expand the narrative or tread on dangerous creative grounds that risk alienating the original fanbase. Should 365 Days 4 materialize, it's highly likely that most of the main cast would return. Anna Maria Sieklucka, who portrays Laura, and Michele Morrone, who plays Massimo, would almost certainly reprise their roles, given that the trilogy's ending left their story unresolved. Simone Cecina, who plays Nacho, would also likely return, as would Magdalena Lamporska, who plays Olga. The next 365 Days ends on an ambiguous note, leaving the future of Laura and Massimo's relationship in limbo. The final scene shows the pair meeting on a beach, where they confront the pain they've caused each other. In a surprising show of maturity, Massimo tells Laura that he will accept it if she chooses Nacho over him, though the film ends before she makes a definitive decision. This open-ended conclusion has left the door wide open for a potential sequel. A 365 Days 4 movie could easily pick up where the next 365 days left off, focusing on Laura's decision and whether she will choose Massimo, Nacho, or neither of them. The tension between Massimo and Nacho, which has been simmering throughout the series, could reach a boiling point, potentially leading to a more explosive showdown between the two rivals. One of the most significant differences between the next 365 Days movie and its source material is the ending. In the book, Laura ultimately leaves Massimo to be with Nacho, and Massimo, in a dramatic and disturbing twist, sends her the dead body of her dog as revenge. Massimo then falsely claims that Nacho killed her pet, and Laura, horrified, returns to Massimo, only to discover that he was responsible for the dog's death. This realization drives Laura to escape Massimo and finally run away with Nacho. Massimo, in a surprising turn, agrees to a divorce, allowing Laura to move on and live happily with Nacho. On the other hand, the ambiguous nature of the next 365 Days ending has sparked considerable debate among fans. Many were dissatisfied with the lack of resolution, questioning why a trilogy that was meant to cap the story had left the main character's fate so unclear. As one Twitter user pointed out, the decision shouldn't be difficult after Massimo kidnapped you, is emotionally and verbally abusive, and all around has some deep-rooted issues. Other fans were left speculating about the potential for a fourth film. YouTubers and podcasters who reviewed the movie echoed this sentiment, predicting that the unresolved love triangle between Laura, Massimo, and Nacho might pave the way for a sequel. Critics, on the other hand, were largely unimpressed with the final movie. Some, like Jessica Kiang of Variety, dismissed the trilogy as bone-tired, while others expressed frustration at the lack of new story developments in the third film. Despite the negative reviews, however, the 365 Days films remain incredibly popular, continuing to draw large audiences on Netflix. Well, if you're someone who enjoys movies with intense romantic drama, steamy love scenes, and complex relationships like 365 Days, there are quite a few films out there that could be up your alley. These movies delve into the exploration of eroticism, fractured relationships, or forbidden love, often bringing heavy emotional and moral stakes to the screen. Let's dive into some notable picks that capture these vibes. One of the first films that come to mind is Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut 1999, a mystery thriller that stars Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman as a married couple facing deep dissatisfaction in their relationship. Well, that's it for today. With the future of 365 Days still hanging in the balance, it's clear that fans are eager for answers about Laura's ultimate choice and the fate of her tangled love life. Will Massimo or Nacho win her heart, or will she choose herself and walk away from both? Only time will tell if 365 Days 4 will bring the closure fans crave.